Good morning, friends. Today is Tuesday, April 21st, 2020. It is sunny already outside and nice, so that's good. Today is Tuesday, so we have science, and I'll put that in the Go Formative as well. We also our question of the day today is going to be, what is something you have been eating for lunch at home? Something missed it. I ate for lunch yesterday. I had a leftover burrito, but we've also had, what have we had for lunch? Mini corn dogs. Those are really good. Probably things that you would like. So I can't wait to hear what you guys have been eating for lunch. I know we talked about breakfast one day, so I thought we could do lunch. We are on chapter... Oh, yes, chapter 5. Remember, we're halfway through. And in the last chapter, she was talking to Grandpa Miller about being his helper. Yes, but I do want to show you something really quick. Oh, can I not flip it? This is Catherine. And then, oh, Frank. And she comes and visits Frank every day. I just thought you would think it was cool. She lives down the street, and Frank gets really weird about her visiting. Okay, being a buzzy bee. So we'll see if she's going to help Grandpa Miller. Grandma and Grandpa Miller take turns babysitting me before lunch. Then they get me dressed for kindergarten. Except for today, Mother came home from work, and she got me dressed instead. She said she would drive me to school. If I drive you, then you won't have to see Jim on the bus, she said, very thoughtful. She got out my clothes for school. It was my jumper with frogs on it. Yeah, only guess what? I'm not even wearing school clothes today on account of I'm moving, and so I have to wear moving man clothes. Mother kept on trying to put that jumper on me. That's how come I made my legs and arms real stiff so they wouldn't fit in there that good. Then me and Mother wrestled a teeny bit, and she stood me on my head and she pulled my tights on me. You're not moving, Junie B, she said. You're going to school, and that's final. Running away from your problems never solves anything. Yeah, only I'm not even running, I said. I'm calling Ryder Rents Trucks, and those guys will give me will drive me. And there's the picture I showed you yesterday. Mother smiled. She tried to hug me, but I kept on staying real stiff. I stayed real stiff all the way in the car to school. Mother parked the car in the parking lot. Then she lifted me out of the door, and she carried me real stiff to the playground. She stood me up in the grass. Everything will be fine. You'll see, she said. Just remember what Daddy and I told you. If anyone talks about the party, pretend it doesn't bother you. She kissed me goodbye on my stiff head. Just then, I heard voices hollering, Junie B, hey Junie B. Look what we got, they hollered. I turned around. It was my best friends, Lucille and that Grace. They were running at me. Look, said Lucille, look what Jim gave us. It's invitations to his birthday on Saturday. It's just like he told us, Junie B, said that Grace. He's really gonna have a petting zoo there. I quick covered my ears with my hands. Then I closed my eyes and I sang a song loud at them. It is called, I Can't Hear You, You're Not Even Bothering Me. I sang it at the top of my lungs. I can't hear you, I can't hear you, you're not even bothering me. Then I kept on singing and singing and singing until they went away. Also, they did the cuckoo sign at me. After that, I sat down in the grass all by myself, and I looked all around the playground. Lots of other children had invitations too. Darn it, I whispered, darn it, darn it. That's when I saw that meanie Jim. He was giving an invitation to a boy named Crybaby William. Crybaby William is the scarediest cat in room 9. He's even scared of a teeny flea, I think. Just then, I sat up a little bit straighter because I just got another idea in my head. That's why. It was called, hey, maybe I can take William's invitation away from him because he won't even chase me probably. And so then I'll have my very own invitation. and William can't even get another one from Jim. And then everybody will get to go to the party, including me. I stood up from the grass, then I squinted my eyes at crybaby William, and I started to run at him very slow. I run faster and faster till finally I was running as fast as a speedy bumblebee. Frank. I buzzed all around William zippity quick. His eyes couldn't even follow me that good. Then I buzzed right in his face, and quick, I grabbed that invitation out of his fingers. I run my fastest to the swing set. Frank. And guess what? William didn't even follow me, that's what. And here's good news. William's invitation didn't even have his name on it, so that means it can be for anybody probably. Only now it's mine. I said, because I will put my name on it when I get to room 9, and it'll be my very own invitation. Just then, the bell rang for school, and I put my invitation way down deep in my pocket. And here she is running. So here she is running. And I skipped very happy to my class. Mrs. was standing outside of room 9. William was standing with her. His nose was sniffling a lot. I tried to skip past them, but Mrs. grabbed the straps of my frog jumper. She pulled me back. Yeah, only I don't actually think that is good for the outfit, I said. Mrs. did a frown. Junie B., did you take something that belonged to William? She asked. No, I said, because his name wasn't even on it, so that means it's for anybody, I think. Mrs. tapped her angry foot. Was William holding an invitation, Junie B., and did you snatch it out of his hands, and then did you run away from him, she asked. I smiled very cute. I was a buzzing bee, I said. Mrs. holded out her hand. May I have it, please, she asked. May I have the invitation you took from William? I rocked back and forth on my feet because I didn't want to give it to her. That's why. Yeah, only I think it might have bounced out of my pocket, I said. Mrs. bended down next to me. She leaned way into my face. I want that invitation, she said. Now. I did a gulp. Then I quick put my hands in my pocket. Good news, I found it, I said, very nervous. Give it to William, said Mrs. Crybaby William put out his hand. I shoved it at him. Here, Mr. Stinky Head Tattletale Boy, I said. Here's your stinky head invitation. Mrs. eyes got real big. Junie B. Jones, that's quite enough. Now you go sit down, and I don't want to hear another word. Do you understand, young lady? Not one more word. And so that's how come I walked with very slumping to my seat, and I put my head on my table. Because guess what? Laying low again. That's why. Chapter 6 is called Daydreaming, so we'll see. Goodness, she's just willing to do anything for that invitation, isn't she? Well, I can't wait to hear from you guys on your morning or your question of the day on Go Formative. I love getting to hear you guys every morning, and I'll be calling people again today, so hope to get to talk to some of you. And I hope everyone has a good day. I love you and miss you.